Hi dears, welcome to my channel. Today we are discussing class 10 lesson 6 coordination, control and coordination part B. In part A we have seen the control and coordination in animals. There we have seen nervous system, the endocrine glands, some hormones, functions of these hormones, everything we have discussed. Here in part B, we are discussing how the plant or the plant body or how the growth of the plant is controlled. Is there any nervous system in plants? Is there brain in plant? No. Brain, nervous system, all these will not be present in plants. So how the growth of plants are controlled and coordinated? How it is all done in plants we are learning in part B. Are you ready dears? Can we start the class? Okay. Actually, plants exhibit variety of movements. Various types of movements are there in plants. Have you seen touch me not plant? The name itself is touch me not. Why? What happens when we are touching it? If we are touching the leaves will get folded, isn't it? It's a kind of movement in that plant. Okay, this kind of movement, it is mainly due to stimulus. It is called nastic movement. It's a type of movement which is exhibiting in some special kinds of plants in which it will be response to stimulus. It is this kind of movement is called what ma? It is called nastic movement. Okay, what are the specialities of this nastic movement? Nastic movements are non-directional response to stimulus. That means there is no direction. If we are touching the upper part of the leaf, that leaf will be folding. If we are touching the lower part of the leaf, that leaf only will be folding, isn't it? There is no direction in that. Okay, the second one is, it is growth independent movement. It is growth independent. It is now having no relationship with growth. Okay, the third one is, it is temporary movement and it is reversible. The leaves will not be folded for a long time. After half an hour, when we are seeing that plant, the leaves will be in the previous position. In the same, it will be expanded in the expanded form, isn't it? Normal form it will be. So this is a temporary movement and this is reversible, and it is having fast action. When we are touching, only after half an hour it is folding. No, just immediately the leaves will be folded. Okay, this is something about a kind of movement. What is that? It is the nastic movement. It is seen not in all kinds of plants, but it will be seen in some specialized plants like touch me not. Touch me not is having another name. It's called Mimosa pudica. It's a scientific name of it. You have to learn it, Amma. Then the next is Oxalis triangulis. It's also having, it's a variety of plant. It is having its own specialities. Okay, all these are this type of nastic movement. Then the movement which depends on growth or movements due to growth. It is called tropic movement. That is the second type of movement. What was the first type? It was nastic movement, and the second type is tropic movement. What is this tropic movement? I'll tell you an example. When you are keeping a potted plant near the window, after some days you can see the tip of the plant has been turned directly towards the window. Have you ever seen? This is a type of movement. This kind of movement is tropic movement. Is it related to growth? Definitely it is related to growth, because for the growth purpose only, for getting light, photosynthesis has to happen. For that, they are directly towards the direction of sunlight. They will be moving, isn't it? And are they reversible? No, they are irreversible. Means after a long time, when it has become a tree, or the plant has become a tree, that will not be turned back to the original. Okay, that is not temporary also, and it is fast action or a slow action. It is very slow. When you are keeping it near the window, immediately it is not turning like that. After few days, you can see the change in that plant. Okay, these are tropic movements. Tropic movements are exhibited by all plants. All plants will be showing this tropic movement. There are various categories of this tropic movement. Okay, we are going to see what all these types of tropic movements are. First one is phototropism. What is this phototropism? Phototropism is something related to photo, means light. It is attracted to sunlight. That is, parts of a plant which is in direction to sunlight or which are moving in response to sunlight are called what, ma? It is called phototropism. Who is showing this phototropism? Is it shoot system or a root system? Shoot system is the one which shows phototropism. So they are said to be positive phototropes. And the roots will be moving away from this phototropic. That is, it's not moving directly towards the sunlight, it is moving down. So the roots exhibit negative phototropism. Is it clear? Okay. Then the second is geotropism. Geotropism means something related to gravity. Who or the part of the plant which is in response, which is moving in response to gravity. Where the gravity is exhibited? Towards the earth. Who is moving towards the earth? It's the roots, isn't it? The roots shows geotropism, positive geotropism, while the shoots shows negative geotropism because it is moving away from this gravity. Okay. Then the third is chemotropism. The part of the plant which exhibits or which shows in direction to the chemical stimulus. That is, you have seen, you know it already, that for fertilization, the pollen grains has to be attached towards the, or it has to be moved directly towards ovules. This is what to say, chemical stimulus. Only when it is happening, the fertilization will be takes place. Okay, this is called what, ma? Chemotropism. Then the fourth one is hydrotropism. Hydrotropism is plant part which is moving in response to water. Who is moving in search of water? Is it the shoot system or the root system? Root system always will move in search of water. Okay, that's why we can say roots shows positive hydrotropism. Then the fifth one is thigmotropism. What is this thigmotropism? Directional movement of the plants in response to touch or physical contact with some solid materials. Is there any idea with you? Actually, the tendrils of the plant or some or creepers will move or will be in search of some solid materials for their holdings. When they are holding that, it will be easy for them for the movement. It is called, this kind of movement is called what, ma? It is called thigmotropism. Thick, for getting thickness or some strength. Yeah, by that way you have to learn. Okay, ma? This is called thigmotropism. All these are which kind of movement, Karna? All these are tropic movements. All these are tropic movements. Okay. The movements, about the movements I have discussed. Now we are moving to see how the hormones are working in plants. Now we are moving to see about the plant hormones. How the hormones are working in plants. Okay. There are various hormones in plants. The hormones which are present in plants are called phytohormones. Plant hormones are also called what, ma? Phytohormones, and they help for the growth and the movement of the plants are maintained with the help of these hormones. Now we are moving to study in detail what are they. Actually, plant hormones can be of two types. They are growth promoter hormones and growth inhibitor hormones. You may wonder, is there any inhibitor hormone is present in plant? Yes, plants are having inhibitor hormone, that is growth inhibitor hormones are present. So two types of hormones, Kanna. One are growth promoters, one kind are called growth promoter hormones and the other kind is growth inhibitor hormones. Growth promoter hormones are three main hormones. First one auxin, second one gibberellin and the third one cytokinin. What are they? Auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin. These are the three which promote the growth of the plant. And there are two main hormones which inhibit the growth of the plant. They are abscisic acid and ethylene. Okay? Abscisic acid and ethylene are the hormones which are present in plants which inhibits the growth. Okay, now we are moving to learn in detail. Okay. First one is auxin. For what purpose this plant hormone auxin is helping? This plant hormone auxin helps for the elongation of the cells. Cells will be elongated more. Where the auxin is secreted, that cell will elongate more. Okay. How it is helpful for the plant? Normally, when the plant is in the ground, the oxygen is not need to be worked more. But when the plant is there near the window, phototropism is exhibited by the plant, isn't it, ma? How this phototropism is exhibited? Actually, the oxygen will work in the shady part of the plant. That means when the sunlight is falling, the region where the sunlight is not falling, in that part the oxygen will be working. So what happened? The cells in that part will be elongated more than the cells which are directly directly in the sun or sunlight. When the cells which are directly to the sunlight, in that part the oxygen will not be working more, but in the shady regions the oxygen will be working more in this cell. So what happens? The cells which are in shady part will elongate more. So what happens? It results in the turning of the plant. The plant will be turned because one side is small and the other side is elongated more. So it will be turned to a side. Which side? To the sunlight. The plants will be moving directly to the sunlight because of the presence of this oxygen. Why? This oxygen will be working in the shady part. Okay, ma? This results in the movement of the plant directly towards the sunlight. Phototropism is caused due to the presence of this oxygen. Is it clear? Okay. Second one is gibberellins. What is it helping for? It helps for the stem growth. It helps for the growth of the stem. Not only that, growth of the root, then flower production, then cell division. All these are maintained with the help of gibberellins. Cell differentiation and breakdown of dormancy of the seed. What is this breakdown of dormancy? Actually, dormancy, the seed dormancy means the seed will not be able to germinate even though it is coming in favorable condition also. It is called seed dormancy. When gibberellin is there, the seed dormancy will be broken down, which results in the germination of the seed, quicker germination of the seed. What is helping, ma? This gibberellin kind of hormone, it is helping. So it's a growth promoter or inhibitor. It's a growth promoter. Okay. Third one is cytokinin. Cytokinin is a kind of hormone which helps in the cell division. The cells will divide more. So what will be the result? The stem will be elongated or stem will be growing more, and also in the root also it helps for the movement. Okay. Then the flower and fruit ripening or flower generation, all these will be helping more by cytokinin, and it helps for delaying the aging of the leaves. The leaves will be, if the leaves are aged, it will fall down quickly. When cytokinin hormone is secreted by the plant, the aging of the leaves will be delayed. That means the leaves will be more and more exist as green. So this photosynthesis can be worked more. So is it helping for growth promotion or growth inhibition? It's a growth promoter. Okay. Then we are moving to see growth inhibitors. First one is abscisic acid. It helps for it will be counteracting for the growth hormone. What is it doing? It will counteract or it will act against the growth hormone, and it results in the seed dormancy. Means the seed will not be germinate quicker. And it also helps for closing the stomata. Stomata will be closed for more time than normal. Okay. And it also helps for the culting of leaves and the falling of leaves. Leaves will be curled. Have you seen some plants in which leaves will be curled more? Okay, curling of leaves, and leaves will fall down. Why this hormone is needed for the plant? Surely it is needed for the plant, because in the case of negative time, that means in the case of famine or in the case of drought and all, the plant will not be able to sustain more. If the seeds are germinating by the time, and if there is no water, this germination of the seed of no use. The seed will be, or the plant will be died quickly. So when unfavorable condition is coming, this abscisic acid is a big help for tolerating these stresses. So this is a growth inhibitor, but it is needed for the plant to a very large extent. Okay. In the cases when it is needed only, this abscisic acid will be working. Okay, not in all the cases it will be working. Okay, ma? Then the fifth one or the second one, which is growth inhibitor, is ethylene. It stunts the growth of the stem and the root. Stunts means what? It will make it delay or it stops the growth of stem and the roots, but it helps for the ripening of fruits, or it helps for the reproductive activities more, for flowering or for improving the flower organs of flower, and for flowering and for fruit, for the fruit to come, or to say the ripening of the fruit. All these are helped by what? Ethylene. Okay, these are the 5 important hormones which the plants are needed for their growth. Okay, now we have to discuss a small part, that is feedback mechanism. That means how and when this has to be worked. It is also controlled. In the case of man or in the case of animals, we have seen insulin. For what insulin is used? Blood sugar control. If the sugar level is more in the blood, the pancreas secretes insulin more. For what? For the metabolism of the sugar. It will be quicker when the insulin is generated more. Okay. When the blood is having normal amount of sugar, the amount of insulin will be controlled. In the normal manner only insulin will be secreted, or in the extra amount insulin will not be secreted. Okay, how and when it has to be secreted, that is feedback mechanism. It is there in plants also. As I told you, this ethylene is generated only when the fruit has to be ripened. When the seed is germinated and a small plant is coming, by the time ethylene is not generated. No need of the ethylene. Okay, that's why whenever it is needed, that hormone will be generated. This is what marks feedback mechanism. It is present in the animals as well as in plants. The lesson is completed. It's the question time. Dears, this is the question time. Are you ready for the questions? Yes, ready for answering it. Okay. The first question. Movement of the sunflower in according to the pathway of the sun is dash. Which kind of movement it is? The movement of the sunflower in the pathway of the sun is dash tropism. That's easy for you. Dash tropism it is. Okay. Second question. Posture and balance of the body is controlled by dash, which is present in brain. The posture and balance of the body is controlled by dash, which is situated in brain. Okay, which is situated in brain is your hindkanna. Okay. Third one, which is not an involuntary action. I am giving you some and you have to choose any one of these. Vomiting, salivation, heartbeat, chewing. Once again, vomiting, salivation, heartbeat, chewing, which is not an involuntary action. Thank you. We can meet in the next class.